안녕하세요. 오늘의 주제는 전화통화입니다. 총 3문제 가져왔고요. 전화통화를 하는 장소 및 습관, 친구와 통화를 하는 경향, 그리고 전화통화 중 겪은 인상적인 경험, 이렇게 3문제에 대한 답변 해보도록 하겠습니다.
Where do you usually talk on the phone? Is there a particular place that you use the phone a lot? Please describe your habits in detail.
Well, I would say that I usually talk on the phone at home, especially in my bedroom. It's where I feel most comfortable and relaxed when having a conversation. I'm not the type of person who talks on the phone outside, and I avoid it even more on public transportation like the subway or the bus. I think it's inconsiderate to others, so I usually don't answer calls in those situations unless it's an emergency. At home, I prefer to have private conversations in my room. That's why I always close my door before making calls. I don't feel comfortable knowing someone might overhear what I'm saying, even if it's just my family. Most of my phone calls happen at night, right before I go to bed. I love lying down on my bed and chatting with my friends or my girlfriend. It's a relaxing way to end the day, and we usually talk about how our day went or just share random stories. So, to sum it up, I don't talk on the phone much outside, but at home, it's a whole different story. Talking to my loved ones through phone at home feels special. It's a simple habit, but it's one that adds a lot of joy and comfort to my day.
Do you talk on the phone with your friends often? How frequently do you talk and at what time of day? What do you usually talk about and for how long?
Well, I usually talk on the phone with my girlfriend almost every day, but with my friends, it's more of an occasional thing. Honestly, even when I do catch up with my friends, it's often through messenger apps rather than phone calls. But when my friends and I do talk on the phone, it's usually in the evening after work. They'll call to check in, and we'll talk about all sorts of things: work stuff, updates about each other's girlfriend, or even stock investments, things like that. And with my girlfriend, we talk on the phone almost every day, usually right before bed. Our calls last about 30 minutes on average, and we talk about everything and nothing, just random stuff, really. We also take the time to remind one another how much we care and love. Sometimes I'm shocked at how quickly time flies when I'm on the phone with her. It's probably because we have such great chemistry when talking. Talking to her on the phone is one of my favorite parts of the day for sure. At the end of the day, whether it's a quick check in with friends or a heart to heart conversation with my girlfriend, staying connected is what really matters. That's definitely what makes my life brighter.
Can you describe a memorable experience you have had while talking on the phone? Who were you talking with? What happened? What was so special about it?
Ah, as soon as I heard your question, this heartbreaking experience immediately came to mind. Actually, I once got dumped by my ex-girlfriend over a phone call. It happened late at night when we were talking on the phone, as we often did. Out of nowhere, she said she thought it was time for us to break up. I was so shocked and tried to hold on, asking her what she meant. But she said she didn't see me as a man anymore and felt no romantic attraction towards me. She thought it was best for us to end things. I couldn't believe it because I truly liked her and she was such a beautiful woman. You know, the breakup felt unreal. The next day, I went to work as usual, but I couldn't focus on anything. I kept replaying the last conversation in my head over and over. This phone call remains unforgettable because of how deeply sad and empty I felt at that moment. And honestly, the fact that it happened over the phone, not in person, made it even more shocking. Looking back, it was definitely one of the most painful moments in my life. But I guess it's also part of life's lessons, right? Things happen, and what can you do? It's what it is. 네. 전화 통화에 대한 저의 답변은 여기까지고요. 오늘도 영상 시청해 주셔서 너무나도 감사드립니다.